Hi, this is JP Morgan. Today on the Slanted Lens, we're down here in the alleys of Pasadena. We're actually always down here in the alleys of Pasadena because this is the workshop, the testing facility for the Slanted Lens when it comes to testing cameras and lenses. So today I've got with us Christian Victoria. She's our beautiful model, and she's going to be helping us test two different lenses.
We're testing the Tamron 28-75 f2.8 against the Sony G Master 24-70 2.8.
Hey Kenneth, can I borrow your lens? Hey, a special shout out to our sponsor, Borrow Lenses. It's a great place to test out equipment before you buy it. It's a great place to get equipment if you've got a second shooter. If you're working in another city, you can have it shipped to where you're at. So Borrow Lenses.
And all you have to do when you're done is ship it right back.
So we're now going to test each of these lenses, different focal lengths, going from wide open to 50 to as telephoto as they'll go. Start with the 24 on the Sony and the 28 on the Tamron.
If we blow up her eye, I immediately feel like the Tamron's sharper.
I do too, actually. It's quite a bit sharper.
Just a lot more texture in her nose. And
when we say sharper, it's not like the Sony's out of focus by any means.
Right.
I mean, it's there, but it has a softer sense about it. It's not quite as...
more clarity on the Tamron.
Yeah. How about at 50 millimeters?
Tamron still has a little more clarity.
Just a little bit.
Look at the skin.
Yeah.
The Tamron also, I mean, you look at her face overall, and it feels a little bit brighter.
Yeah,
and a little bit warmer. And looking at the 75 millimeter, it feels like this is where they kind of even out. I feel like they're performing the same here.
They are, focus-wise.
At the telephoto end.
So Tamron is at 75 and the Sony's at 70. So Tamron's punched in just a little bit more than the Sony. And focus-wise, they're very, very similar.
So this is our new test we have here at the Slanted Lens, the bokeh test.
The bokeh lens test. And forever in the future will be the Andy
yeah.
bokeh focus test.
They look very similar to
me. They look so similar. They're both 9-blade lenses, you know, so you have a very similar look. You don't get a different shape very much. So we're going to shoot a flat wall with both of these lenses just so we can see, you know, corner to corner, is it sharp all the way from edge to edge.
In this shot, the Tamron looks a little softer to me.
Does to me too.
Which is different than our results from the portrait. On the edge, the Sony is definitely sharper. We go over to the smiley face over here in the corner on the bar. Let's go to 50 millimeters here. Okay, Tamron is sharper again.
Tamron is sharper on the 50, which is more consistent. I'm wondering if on that last one, if we missed that focus a little bit. Well, so we went outside and we reshot this just to make sure. So on the wide and the new images, you can see here the brick wall we shot outside.
On the first image here, where I manually focused it on the wide end of both lenses, the Tamron was a little softer on the brick wall. When we reshot it at JP's house here, as you can see, the Tamron is indeed sharper at the wide angle, which is consistent with all of the other photos that we've taken, where the Tamron's sharper, in the center at least. Now we go to the telephoto end, pub sign, and let's go to this upper left corner just to check out the corner sharpness.
I think I'm feeling like the Sony's a little sharper up in that corner.
Oh, actually, you're right. I just moved that, and I think you're right.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a toss-up.
It's a toss-up. I think making a determination there is pretty tough to do. Again, when we say this on any of these, the Sony lens, the Tamron, we're talking about, we're splitting hairs now as far as when we start to lose things. Now we decided to do the closeness focus test.
Focus closeness.
Focus closeness test. The focus closeness test.
So this is an interesting one because the Tamron lens can only reach closest focus at its widest angle.
Yeah, so at 28 and 28.
Yeah, 28 millimeters. But it's like 7.5 inches, so you're an inch away from your
lens.
subject. Yeah. Very close. We weren't quite level with the pub, so the corners are all blurry and stuff because we were off axis.
Yeah, we just weren't flat to
the Sony focus is 15 inches away, but you can zoom in a little bit and still achieve that. We were like 40 millimeters on this.
Yeah, so it makes it a little larger, but still, we're not near as close as what you can get with the Tamron. We're going to test the autofocus eye tracking with both these different lenses. Now, different lenses are going to react a little differently with the camera, so I just want to test it to make sure both these are the same. I thought it was really important that we shoot both of them, do the autofocus with eye detect, and just make sure that you've got a non-native lens. Is it doing as well as the native lens? You know, you should think the advantage is to the native lens. And in looking at these, it's very similar. I think we lost some frames as they walked towards us, but in all, we got a very good performance, and the autofocus worked excellent on both of them.
Yeah, I think the advantage here with the E-mount lenses is they're all electronic focus. It's not like a wire system. You don't have to worry about lag or delay or anything like that because it's not mechanical. Both of the lenses performed, I felt, equally well. You know, neither of these lenses are really super great for video in my opinion because they have the electronic manual focus, which is really hard to use, and manual focusing is what you do most of the time. But you will for sure, if you're using them, find yourself doing video, I bet. Looking at this video clip here, I really don't see much breathing at all. Yeah, you can see it a little bit.
You see the bricks move in just a little bit on the left-hand side when you focus back there.
It's not bad at all.
Neither of them are breathing very much at all.
Actually, Sony really doesn't breathe at all.
No.
The Tamron breathes a tiny bit.
Teeny bit.
Very negligible.
But this really is a video test. You know, I mean, focus breathing is a video issue. It's not a still photography issue. You know, it's when you're pulling the focus during your shot. So let's take a look at how they handle flare. I mean, the reality of modern lenses is they're trying really hard to not have any flare.
Yeah, indeed. You can still achieve it. I like the flare on this G Master lens. It's got like a lot of little circle things going on.
A lot of little circle things. Well, this one wins out in the little circle things category.
Most people aren't going to care at all.
Yeah, this is definitely well, people do this in stills as well as video, get that kind of flare, and it's a fun look and something worthwhile. It's just a lot of times hard to get a lens to flare like you'd like it to.
Yeah. Honestly, if you're looking for cool flares, I would go with older lenses.
Yeah. Okay, so there you have it. Sony 2470 versus Tamron 2875, both 2.8 lenses. So who wins?
What do you think? I don't know. I like the Tamron better overall, and especially, you know, if they were same price, then it would be a lot more of a toss-up, but it's like sharper lens overall, better range, smaller, lighter, more compact, and costs $800. Yeah, I'll take it. That's a pretty good
deal. I mean, for most photographers, the two most important things to me are ease of use, and second is sharpness. And I feel like the Tamron just it edges out just a little bit the Sony G Master because it's just very small and compact, and we get a very nice sharp image, and it's working with the camera just the same when we did autofocus as the Sony G Master was. So if you're interested in learning more about video, you can go to theslantlens.com, click on online courses, or theslantlens.com/video, and you can purchase a download that Kenneth and I have put together that teaches you the basics of video and making that transition from photography into video.
Yeah, I feel like it's a really good investment at this point because everybody needs video, everybody's asking for video. And if you're a photographer, you're in a perfect position to kind of take that next step. You know how to use the camera, you know all the settings.
theslantlens.com/video. So thank you for joining us today, and keep those cameras rolling.
And keep on clicking.
Hi, this is JP Morgan here for Squarespace. What's in your website? Nothing? Well, it's time to get Squarespace then. Get started. You can put a gallery up, you can put your images up, you can put your video up. Photographers, videographers, we need websites, so we exist somewhere on the internet. So get out there and get it started. Make sure you subscribe to the Slanted Lens so you don't miss out on the closeness, focusness.